Let's kick off this week with some more AppSumo review and updates. I appreciate all of you that filled out the poll, 35 votes right here. Today I'd be doing Brizzy Cloud Revisit because you guys clearly wanted that one before any of the other videos. Unfortunately, I just went and checked and I actually don't have Tier 1 access. I was able to complete my review last time based on having a free account. I wanted to make sure that I had a full account before I bring that review to you. So stick around. I've submitted my request to have that gifted to me so I can get a full review out for you guys. So expect that in the next day or two. That will definitely be my next high priority video to get out to you guys, but I have to get access to it first. So then that's next on the list. And we had a tie between Jupitrr and Ranklytics. So I'm just going to jump in. We're going to look at Jupitrr today, right? So here's Jupitrr. They have just come back and it's been a while since they've been on the platform. I'll actually want to go and see when I did my review on this. So it's been a year since I've really talked about this. That's when I did the review. So it'll be nice to do a revisit on Jupitrr. Okay. What I like to do is I don't like this new layout, but they're just probably trying some different things out, seeing if they can get higher conversion rates, right? That's what you do when you have an e-commerce site. This is basically a software e-commerce site. So they're probably testing conversion rates and so forth. We do want to probably go and look at the tiers because the pricing has probably changed. Lifetime access is $399. Tier 1 right here. Videos per month, unlimited. Maximum duration per video is 5 minutes. So keep that in mind. This is not a long form video editing tool. At least looking at that maximum duration per video. And the maximum file, 200 megabytes, export resolution, 1080p, export quality, compression, studio. So is there any other plans or are there any other plans? All I'm seeing is lifetime and annual right here. They have moved completely to an annual subscription. So you only get one lifetime tier 1. What I don't like about this, I'll just be completely honest with you. From what I remember, this is a long form video. I thought this was an alternative where you could edit your long form content. You're definitely not going to get the job done on this lifetime tier 1 because you only get 5 minutes. You only get 1080p. If you're doing only shorts, then I think this is a good plan right here. $399, unlimited videos per month, and it will cover pretty much all shorts at 5 minutes or less. You probably shouldn't have to worry too much about that. That's a little low, 200 megabytes, but you could make it work. And then the resolution, you don't need it to be any higher than 1080p if you're doing shorts and so forth. So, but still, you definitely need to make that distinction. If you're going to be doing short form content, the lifetime tier plan probably is a better option. Here's their annual plans. You do get 1 year of access. Tier 1, $69. You definitely don't want tier 1 because you're only going to get 720p right there, 2 minutes right there in length. And so it clearly is a short form tool. And I can't remember, but this is definitely not a Descript alternative because I edit 20, 30, 45-minute videos in Descript all day long. And so this is clearly a short form content. If you're doing short form videos and clips and content and all that, you need B-roll for it and everything, then Jupitrr AI might be your tool. I recommend, hey, go check it out. But if it's long form, that's completely out because you can see that the lengths are 2 minutes right there. Look at the stats. Annual tier 2 growth plan, $129 for the year. You get the 1080p, the 5 minutes videos per month is at 30 right there. And if you want to add a brand logo or download subtitles, that's not on annual. Tier 3 Pro Plan, $179 for 1 year access. And that is basically the lifetime deal at $399. You get everything and you get unlimited videos and all that kind of good stuff. In this case, it's like, do you want to spend $179 for 1 year of access or just double that and get the lifetime access plan? I probably would lean more towards the lifetime access plan. Those are the updates. They've been around since January 2023, February or January 24 and 25. So they've been around for over 2 years, almost 2.5 years, based out of London, 1 to 10, startup, the bootstrap. So they're still in the very beginning phases and they're still in the growth phase right now. I want to come down here and what I've seen, this news and updates is kind of like a new area to go to. And we have updated June 4th, so just a couple of weeks ago. In 2023, we realized many of them started building their personal brand with video content. It's the most effective and sustainable way. Then I began posting content myself, but that's when it hit me. It took 6 hours just to edit a single short video. So they definitely are trying to be that solution for shorts videos to make them better. So they built Jupitrr AI, blah, blah, blah. I just want to see what there are any updates. Yeah, I'm not really seeing a whole lot of updates going on. There's May right there, first post from founder. I'm not seeing what they've done, but we'll see if we can. You can definitely tell by coming in here, Jupitrr AI, turn talking footage into engaging videos instantly. And you can see that it's definitely short form content right here. Okay. And I'm not even sure if you can throw a long form video in here and have it go ahead and clip all that for you, kind of like an Opus Clip or a Minvo type of tool. Let's go see if I can log in real quick. So right here, it's telling us to upload a video, and you can see that it works best with videos under 100 megabytes and 3 minutes. You already need to have the short form clip created. Let me go see if I can find a royalty-free clip that we can mess around with. I'll be right back. Okay, so what I did was I typed in motivational speech Eric Thomas, and then I went to my filter settings. I went to Creative Commons, so that means I can use this and repurpose this content because they've given the license away. I do have the rights to use this video. I also selected under 4 minutes, and that should pull up shorts mostly. We have this one here. It's 47 seconds long. I'm going to click the 3 dots and download, and then we'll go into Jupitrr. We'll upload our talking head video right here. So I click that button. We'll go over to downloads. Another thing too that I'm not seeing, so you click on this upload your talking head video, like the user journey is very clear. There's only one button you can push. That's the only action we can take. They don't have a way to drop a link, maybe a link to your own YouTube video. They don't have that option at all. They're saying, hey, you have to have this video on your desktop in order to upload it. So I'm going to go ahead and click this now. I believe we have it. I'm going to go to downloads real quick, and there's our little clip right there. So we're just going to say Eric Thomas. Short, something like that. Detected language, boom, and we're going to say continue, and then we're processing your video. This usually takes a few minutes. We'll be right back. Okay, perfect. So I pulled up my video from a year ago, and I didn't actually write. Now I write it all in the description, which is really nice to come back to and reference later on. I did find the recap over here, and I did rate this between a 4.3 and a 4.5. I'm going to go ahead and say that it was a 4.3. I tend to be a little bit more generous on my rating, and so we're going to say this was a 4.3. I liked the tool. It was very simplistic. There wasn't a whole lot of complexity to the tool at all, and you can see the stuff that it didn't have. I recommended that they had higher than 1080p, but if they're only using it for shorts, then I get why you don't need higher than 1080p, period. You can't display a higher pixel quality on a smartphone anyways, so that's fine, but it doesn't have enough video editing features. I found when they launched, all you could do is B-roll. There was no other things you could really do. Filler word removal and word gap of removing silences automatically. Now, if they added those, I'll be very impressed. That's something I want to check on. Let's go back to Jupitrr and see if our video is uploaded now. We have our video uploaded, so let's see what we can do. We have our presets, B-rolls, subtitles, settings. I want to go back into my video and see if those 4 main menu options have changed. So I'm going to mute this and see if we can get into the tool. Let's go back, rewind. That's when it pops out. This is what it actually looked like. You had your landscape square, remove watermark, and then you had all the text over here on the left. It does look different these days. We would need to go into subtitles to add that in right there. Presets right over here. They definitely have changed the layout, which looks like it's probably more aligned with what most other tools like this are doing. They've made it easier structured. You can definitely tell that the software has changed the layout, and I would say probably for the better to match other tools. They had image on Unsplash, so that's something that we'll also check if they have added any other options and so forth. All right, so let's go back in. We'll spend the rest of our time inside the tool. We have our video added here. They have a chat with Leo, your AI editing assistant, so we can try that, add B-rolls, and we'll probably just spend our time there. They have a clean, right? So it looks like we will add a preset. You have clean, aesthetic, bold, subtle, and power. This seems like it's pretty much kind of like a clean. So we'll select power for fun. And then what we'll do is go over to B-rolls. And this is where you can start selecting. Did it already add these? Let's go see. I'm going to mute this. Right here, what's added the captions, and that's what that preset is. Click the thumbnail to change the B-roll. Okay, so it did add that. So we come back over here and we push play. It does add the B-roll automatically. So it added 7 B-rolls for us automatically. Start imagining when you can use this. You're automatically making a clip. Even if you're going to take people's content and repurpose it, if you can change the different clipping and add B-roll, you're already making a more unique video. You're changing the original video, so you have a chance for that to be seen as new content because you're changing the content. So those are the B-rolls. It highlights where it decided to add B-roll. Now, if we wanted to click on one, I think those first two are okay. If we wanted to click on one and maybe change it, like I don't like this one. And when you would like to talk like that, I end up getting kicked out of school. So maybe right here, we switch to other B-roll. You can search another one and maybe it'll find other text to switch, or just switch other B-roll. Now you can search stock video, search web. I'm going to click on each one of these. We have stock assets. We have web images right here. I'm not seeing that it's Unsplash anymore. We have stock assets right here. Nothing's coming up over here. Is that maybe stuff that we've previously uploaded? Web images and uploaded. So stock, I'm not seeing anything. Video, let's go to image. Okay, so it did pull in some stuff. If we wanted to look at stock, assets, and image, portrait, it's pulling in. Some of these just wouldn't be useful because you can see the watermarks on them. These are images and it's not identifying where it's getting these. Some of them are saying Getty images and those are on the pro plan. So again, if you want these good images or content, you've got to subscribe. If I click on one, when we try to render the video, it's probably going to warn us that we don't have a premium account. So I'm going to switch to a different B-roll right here. I'm not sure watermark just ends up going away when we go to download. So let's go with a stock video. We have stock assets and then we need to actually change this to video. Student getting expelled from school. Not really sure if we're going to have something like that. We'll just click this one. We have just changed the B-roll very quickly. Very easy. And now we can just go over there, left click right here and push play. So far, you can see it just easily goes into that. I don't really see the transition changing much. Maybe we just don't need fancy transitions, but I would like to see some transition options. Maybe we can use AI to see if we can do that. But that's how the basic use of it is. You have your subtitles. Go through here, read, make sure it's right. And you can click in here, you can fix and type right there. And then you have your settings right here. So B-roll transition. So we have the B-roll transition already turned on. I would love to see them give us options. Do we want a quick fade? Do we want to slide to the left or right or random? I'm very surprised that they don't give us control over transition, since transition is a basic editing form and it's one of the biggest things you can do to impact your videos is just having some nice transitions, maybe changing the transitions up, having them consistent, trying different things. So just the fact that they decide, and I'm not really seeing a quick fade, I'm seeing just a flash really fast. I would encourage them to let us have more options and control over B-roll transitions. You have AI emojis. If you don't like emojis in there, you want to keep it more professional or something like that, you can turn those off, which is cool. Hook text, you can change those. Initial animation, we can turn that off. A-roll color filter, we can also change that right there. So you can see that it changes. It did pop that on and it does look a lot crisper, brighter, and so forth. Probably would want to recommend leaving that on. That's a good feature. If you don't have that on, it doesn't look as good. The color changes a lot. Background music, we can change the music. Just go ahead and delete that and add our music. If it's for a TikTok or something like that, that's probably what you're going to end up doing. And watermark, this is where we can go and change and upload our watermark, which is great. Outro, we can upload an outro. Like if you have a call to action, we can upload a call to action on all these, saying maybe have a 5-second call to action or something like that. I like those options right there. What I do like about this is it is very simplistic. They're not bogging this down, which is great. I'm not seeing a timeline editor. It's a very simplistic software. I do like this. Possibly if there was a button that said, hey, advanced editor. So that way, if there's something that you really need to do, like I want to add an arrow right here, boom, you can actually do that in an advanced editor. Maybe you can add something at an exact moment. I think that's the direction they really should take the tool if they want to call themselves a full-fledged shorts type content creator. We've got to have more granular control and add that advanced timeline editor with more options. If you can get into a workflow and you like using the tool, you can create videos pretty quickly. Let's just say, so add B-rolls, move subtitles, edit hook. And so we can't really do that on this one because I'm not seeing a straight up video creation. You have to provide the video. There's no like, how are we going to edit the hook? So let's just say make hook shorter, send. I don't know if we can do this because this video already has audio, voiceover, and text. So done. We've updated the hook text to no one's saving you. Act now as requested. What was it before? The hook, let's see, I'm not seeing where that's at. So let's just say accept and look for no one's saving you. So we said accept and I'm just not seeing. So let's go back and watch this. No one's saving you, act now. Okay, so the hook is just them adding that kind of talk thing on there, especially that's something you're encouraged to do. Another thing too right here is I would love to be able to click in here and zoom in to maybe get rid of this watermark right here, because this is a Creative Commons video, and that goes back to my point of if we can't do some advanced video editing, maybe I want to add something over here to the bottom, like a box to block that. I don't see the option to, let's just see if we can do this. Let's see if we can come in here. What do you want to edit today? I'm not able to click in here and I'm not able to type. So I got to go right over here. And let's just say at the very bottom, there is a watermark and it says, can you remove this? So we're just going to see if the AI and video editor can do this for us. We removed the watermark as requested. Let's say accept. And we'll come back over here and push play. You can see that transition. That was pretty cool. Did it remove right there? Let's see right over here. No, it didn't really remove it. Only on the B-rolls that it's removed. It's just on the B-rolls right there. That didn't work. What we could do is change out all B-rolls with motivational content. And we'll push send. And see if the B-rolls over here are changed out. Something went wrong, please try again. That didn't work. I'm just gonna say add a stock video towards the end of the video. Let's push send and see if it can do that. Maybe that other prompt was too advanced. Change out all the B-rolls. It's expecting us to do this manually. We couldn't add the stock video as requested. So now we've hit a bug. I like to find this stuff because it shows that the tool still has some issues even a year or two later. We probably would need to you could export from there. I want to go back to library. This is where we'll get some more settings. This is where you'll create new. Check out your video library, your settings. Very simple to use interface. There's your library right here as well. This is where you can upload all your videos and your basic settings right over here. So I'm trying to wonder, where is AI video? When they launched a year ago, they had AI video. I'm not seeing that anymore. We'll come back, edit video. I just want to go, you just click on it to come back in here. And I'm just going to say, add more B-rolls and see if we can get past this little hiccup that we've had. A lot of times just exiting out, getting a refresh. We couldn't add the stock videos as there were no suggested available. It kind of decided, the AI is deciding that, hey, I don't work right now. But that wouldn't stop us from being able to come over here and just change these out if we wanted to. I want to go back over to the library and I want to say, if I wanted to create new, do they have the option? Okay, so they do. I didn't see that option earlier. I might have missed it, but they have Audiogram right over here as well. Audiogram is where you're going to upload your audio file. You can use a video or audio, but now we're going to focus on the words that are spoken and the voiceover. Then you can choose Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Let's just say it's a TikTok. And then you can start changing out your different templates. This is what the templates look like right over here. Pretty cool. This would be great to turn videos or podcasts into videos that you can share. I really liked this feature last time I reviewed it. I want to go into AI video and see how this works. Upload talking head video, upload audio, try magic edit. I'm just going to say upload audio for now. And nope, we need an audio file. So we'll just upload the video. I'm just using the same video this time. Talking head AI video test and continue. And it's going to upload real quick. We'll be right back. All right, so we are inside of the AI type test right over here. Are we able to change what we want right over here? If I just said right here, we can add B-roll to this talking head video. I guess the magic edit means that they have the AI built in, but what I'm seeing is kind of just a new look, a new way to use the tool. Maybe they didn't have the magic edit added a year ago. This is like the old school editor right here. We can come in at any point, we can highlight what we want to. So yeah, this is kind of the way the tool started a year ago. You just highlight the sentence or word, and then you can search for stock video, web image, GIFs, upload, or generate text overlay if you want. Then you have your subtitles right here, TikTok Reels caption, closed caption. You can choose the font. So it's their editor where there's a little bit more customization. You can change the font size, the position, the animation box, the color, and then the subtitles right there. And then you have dimensions, a landscape, portrait. They do have a landscape mode, but that's not really going to be, I don't know who would use that. This is really just going to be a shorts type of content. And there's your upload right there. So to me, this is really just more of their a little bit. And you can see right over here, basic stock videos provided by Pexels, upgrade to iStock. So it looks like they have switched from what they were using when they first launched. They were using Pexels. So it looks like they had an AI image like generator that the quality was not good a year ago. It looks like they've changed the user interface as far as just the ease of use, I think. You didn't have to sit and wait for it to generate and get subpar results. You just go into a search box, which seems to be a lot more. I think that they've sped up the process of adding B-roll and images. So that would be one of the improvements that I've seen that they have made. They were using Unsplash. So they were using Unsplash. They're using Pexels now. Very simplistic software to use. If this fits your workflow, if you just have talking head videos and you want to throw them in here, add the subtitles, add B-roll and be done, and you don't have any advanced edits to do, then this tool would probably work. At its pricing, I think it's priced a little high for the capabilities that it still has. I don't think they've added a whole lot. Therefore, my review rating is definitely not increased. It's going to stay where it's at. If I'm comparing this to Opus Clip or maybe Minvo for automatically chopping up your clips and so forth, this one's going to be more of a, I want to spend more time on the edit. But again, some of those tools like Opus Clip and Minvo, they allow you to do custom edits like this and add B-roll and have full control and have more of a custom editor. So if I compare it to those tools, I have to really reevaluate my rating. I think that this is the right tool for the right person that's only wanting to focus on one video at a time. They're only focused on short form clips and they have their own content plan and they want simplicity. They want to just add B-roll very quickly. I think that this tool would be very useful to you. I think this tool is, for the right person, worth picking up, but it's definitely not the best on the market. I'm going to recalibrate my rating. I don't think that they've gone downhill. I'm just saying that my rating a year ago was probably too high. So I'm going to give them a 3.7, and that's because there's tools like Opus Clip and Minvo and a ton of other ones that are 10, 20 steps ahead of where Jupitrr's at right now. And then when you add on, there was a little bit of bugginess as well that I found. And then there was the pricing. I don't think you guys are going to be very happy with that annual plan. There's 3 options for the annual plan. There's only one lifetime deal. And then you're kind of forced into paying $400 for the tool in a sense. What do you guys think below? That's my rating, 3.7. I'll leave a link below. I'm just trying to be a little bit more fair on my critique and review. Let me know what you guys think about this revisit with Jupitrr AI. Not a whole lot has changed since my review, but they're still around, standing the test of time with these lifetime deal softwares. It's nice to see these tools come back after a year or two releasing the first time on AppSumo, and they're still going at it. I checked their traffic. They've got like 60-something thousand coming to their site, so they're probably acquiring real customers. Thanks for joining me, and make sure to look out for all my other revisits this week. This will be like a revisit tool this week. I'm planning on Rinklytics and planning on Brizzy Cloud coming out soon. And then I'm going to try to revisit Quick Ads AI as well. Stick around and I'll see you in the next video.